picked up a brush, said to me, I'm just wearing this picture, what you like to be. I said, if there's any way you can, could you paint me back in her arms again? Could you paint me Birmingham, make it look just the way I planned? A little house on the edge of town, porch going all the way around. Put her there in the front yard swing, cotton dress, make it early spring. For a while she'll be mine again. If you can paint me a Birmingham, could you paint me Birmingham, make it look just the way I planned? A little house on the edge of town, porch going on way around. Put her there, the front yard swing, cotton dress, make it early spring. For a while you'll be mine again, if you can paint me a Birmingham. Woo! Yes. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Easy come, easy go, that's just how you live. Oh, take it all, but you never give. Should've known you was trouble from the first kiss. Had your eyes wide open, why were they open? Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash, you did. So give me all your love, it's all I ever ask. 'Cause what you don't understand is I catch a grenade for ya, throw my head on a plane for ya, I jump in front of a train for ya, you know I do anything for ya. Oh, I will go through all this pain, take a bullet straight through my brain. Yes, I would die for you, baby, but you won't do the same. No, 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 no. Black and blue, beat me till I'm numb, tell the devil I said, hey, when you get back to where you're from. Now and bad, that's just what you are. Yeah, you're smiling in my face, don't grip the brakes on my car. Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash, yes you did. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. 'Cause what you don't understand is I catch a grenade for ya, throw my head on a plane for ya, I jump in front of a train for ya, you know I do anything for ya. Oh, I will go through all this pain, take a bullet straight through my brain. Yes, I would die for you, baby, but you won't do the same. If my body was on fire, or you watch me burn down in flames, you said you love me, you're a liar, 'cause you never, ever, ever did, baby.
Coast in Arizona.
I like you all the walk out here. Let's see if I can get home. There we go. There. I was going to talk a while, but I thought I better not. Anyway, long story short, I almost forgot about tonight. So,
No way!
Yeah.
It
It took 5:30 to hit me. So, welcome to my world, G. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles like this still happen now and then. Step into my heart, leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door will open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given the key to this world of mine. I'll be waiting here with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Knock and the door will open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given the key to this world of mine. I'll be waiting here with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Woo! Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Woody. Welcome.
Doc Davis and his ensemble, with master drummer Woody Thornton accompanying. Our next performer lives in Winsboro, but practices veterinary medicine in the Hawkins area. She's a Winsboro High School graduate, Texas Aggie, Texas A&M graduate in veterinary medicine. She's been on this stage several times. She writes a lot of her own songs. I don't guarantee she'll be singing original songs, but she usually does. And a lot of them are pretty interesting, based on actual events in her life or inspirations that she has gathered in life. So tonight, once again, we are fortunate to have the singing veterinarian, Jill Hobbs.
All right. Since it's spring, I thought I would do some spring songs. And two of them are mine, but one of them is a Paul Simon song, which you may or may not know, but it's got April in the title, and it's April, so I thought I would do it. It's called April Come She Will. Come she will, and streams are ripe and swelled with rain. May she will stay, resting in my arms again. She'll change her tune. In restless walks, she'll prowl the night. July, she will fly. Give no warning to her flight. Die she must. The autumn winds blow chilly and cold. September I'll remember. Love once new has now grown old. To switch picks. This next song I wrote a few years ago, and if you're from the country like me and never picked dewberries, then you'll understand it. If you're not, then you might not know what a fence row is, which is in the song. Well, it's berry picking time. The fruit is heavy on the vine, and it reminds me of long ago when we went walking down the fence road. It was 1963. We were barefoot, you and me, and that old dirt between our toes as we went walking down the fence road. We held the fence down for me to cross it. I slipped my fingers in your pocket. You untangled the briars from my clothes. I made fun of the freckles on your nose. You were closer than a brother, and I loved you like no other. The rolling years pulled you away, but I remember you today. Now my apron's turning blue, the berry juice is seeping through. Gonna find a number, give you a call, and make a cobbler for y'all. Well, it's berry picking time. The fruit is heavy on the vine, and it reminds me of long ago when we went walking down the fence road. Yes. don't think I've ever performed this last song, but being that it's Easter, I thought I would give it a try. I don't even know if it has a title. I guess Easter morning. Sing praise on Easter morning, the stone is rolled away. Sing praise on Easter morning, Christ is alive today. The angel came to Mary, and Mary Magdalene, saying he is here no longer, he has risen. Sing praise on Easter morning, the stone is rolled away. Sing praise on Easter morning, Christ is alive today. The angel shone like lightning, his clothes were white as snow. He said, go and tell the others, so everyone will know. Sing praise on Easter morning, the stone is rolled away. Sing praise on Easter morning, Christ is alive today. Christ is alive today. Christ is alive today.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Jill Hobbs. That last song was very appropriate and very beautiful. Well done. The next group is an exciting group. They've been on this stage before, and they have, to use the words of the band leader, Larry Gamble, they rocked the joint. That was one night when they did Jambalaya, when Roger Tune was at his jambalaya best and stomping and yelling and singing beautifully and playing the guitar. This group consists of Larry Gamble, who plays baritone ukuleles and tenor guitars. And tonight he is sporting his new, really beautiful and great sounding, I don't know the pronunciation, I'm going to say Ibanez or perhaps Ibanez, tenor guitar, Blue Ridge brand. Some of you know about the Blue Ridge guitars. They sound great, and this Blue Ridge tenor is no exception to that. Roger Tune and was Larry's partner, his only partner for some time, and they performed here when they were together before Roger had his heart surgery, and as you all know, he's been recovering for the past several months from that experience, and he is doing quite well now, as you'll be able to tell when you hear him sing and play here. They're joined now. It's really 49% is the name of this band, and Mike Holt is the third member of it. He's a great guitarist as well and a good singer. They're regulars on the Second Friday Bluegrass acoustic Fever Jam that meets in Equipment Library every second Friday. And tonight they are accompanied by master drummer Woody Thornton. I don't know how many of you how many of you saw Woody's picture in the Winsboro News this week in the advertisement for this event. We're excited. This is the first time that we've had all four of these musicians on stage at one time. Now, they did something like this last month early this month at Quitman at the Acoustic Bluegrass Fever Jam. I think they're going to be doing, I know they're going to be doing different songs, but because they always do new songs for just about every performance that they do. I give you 49%.
So, Tinney Chapel, always great to be back here. Before we get started, I got a little announcement. Woody's joined us in several different venues, always there for the practices. So by unanimous vote, your shirts aren't in yet, but you are now the official drummer percussionist, 49%. So he'll have his shirt next month. So a month or so ago we were talking, we said, you know, y'all have heard us, we like to do songs you didn't expect to hear. Last month we were here as listeners. It was good, but everybody played slow stuff. And I looked around the room and the ladies are knitting and the men are texting or napping. So Roger suggested we play some rowdy songs. And I'm kind of the troublemaker of the group, and I said, okay, but let's do, 3 songs. It's not only the tradition, it's the rule. I said, let's do 3 songs from 3 different continents. And they looked at me, of course, like, can't we just play 3 songs? And then I took it one step further. We're going to do 3 songs from 3 different continents in 3 different languages. Now, Roger happens to be completely fluent in English. So this song, J.P. Richardson, good old Beaumont boy, wrote this. Handed it off to George Jones. It became George Jones's first #1 hit in about, 1958 or something. So Roger's going to
Like
This next song was written in South Africa by a member of the Zulu tribe by the name of Solomon Linda. He was a field worker and he just sang the song while he worked in the fields. 1929. He later went to work for a South African record producer. His job was stuffing records into cardboard boxes. Somebody heard him singing it. He said, you know, we ought to record that. Many, many years later, some of the lyrics were translated into English, and a group by the name of the Tokens recorded it. And we're incredibly fortunate in that Mike just happens to be fluent in the Zulu language. I
know a virgin of Nevada, I'll say it too.
I sing the portion of it that's been translated, but a little bit of that which hasn't been translated. He taught me a few of the words. The mighty jungle, the lion sleep tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleep tonight. Wing away, 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 wing away. Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleep tonight. Near the village, the quiet village, the lion sleep tonight. Take it, Mike. Wing away, wing away, wing away, wing away, wing away, wing away. Don't feel my darling, the lion sleep tonight. Hush, my darling, don't feel my darling, the lion sleep tonight. Everybody, wing away, 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 wing away. And fish are flying like confetti up here.
Well, we got a little break here. You know, I've been ill since March 2nd of last year. And I've just about met my maker about 3 times. What the doctors tell me now, but I sure want to thank y'all for your thoughts and prayers. And it's been a long haul, believe me. You try to lay in bed for 4.5 months. Tell me how you like it. But it was tough. I didn't have any use for my legs. My muscles in my stomach all were just, you know, I was looking like a just no dried up prune.
Nobody gave up on you.
Huh?
Nobody gave up on you.
Nobody gave up on him. I just about gave up on myself a few times, but these guys and those ladies kept after me, you know. And but you know, my whole point here is to not give you a sob story. I'm here to give you thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Appreciate it.
This last song, I hope you'll enjoy my history lessons. This last song comes from Veracruz area, Mexico, from the 1800s. Recorded recorded in 1906. No copies of that exist. Again in 1929 by a mariachi band. The song is a wedding song. It was always played by mariachis at a wedding, and it was the couple's first dance. 1958, a 17-year-old kid from Los Angeles made his version of it. 5 years later, an obscure British band nobody ever heard of, playing at a club in Hamburg, did their version of it. We're going to do a medley of those last two versions. Are you awake now?
Okay, George.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. Roger, thank you.
All right.
John Skelton.
Our next performer is not related to Red Skelton, as far as we know. He's been on the stage a number of times, so he's famous just as famous as Red Skelton is around here. But he's a great guitarist, great vocalist. He and George like to work together a lot. They're frequently seen and performing together. So tonight, right now, it's my privilege to introduce John Skelton.
We'll get set up here in just a minute.
5-yard penalty.
Huh?
5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
Did we ever?
If I can get white lightning on my mind, you know, I'll try to sing some song.
You mean tune?
Yeah.
No, we haven't had a tune.
Sounded good. We'll get all set up here in just a minute. Turn it down just a little bit on me.
What?
Turn me down just a little bit. Thank you. Not that much. I know you was itching to do that.
Come on, Reverend, belt it out.
I knew you was itching to do that. I didn't write none of these songs, by the way. I want to thank Earl and Laura for backing me up on this.
Yeah!
Woody back there. I didn't know Woody could play the drum.
Didn't leave me no room.
Scoot over.
They don't want me to play.
I didn't know you were coming.
This first song I fell in love with, how many of you here?
Ooh.
How many of you here remember your mother praying for you? Raise your hand. How many had your mother praying for you when you were growing up? I don't know what would happen to me if I hadn't had my mother praying for me. Gee. Okay, we're gonna get started on this.
Get around, I want to get my pretty face.
Watch your feet.
Huh?
D.
A
D.
D. D. Ready? They were praying. What's wrong? They were praying, waiting for someone like me. Not long ago, I I was thinking of home, and I wondered if Mama was there all alone. I thought I'd drop by as I had before, but the sound from within made me stop at the door. She was praying, a sound that the world seldom hears. Praying, her words were clean and clear. The sound of her voice as she spoke my name brought tears to my eyes, my heart filled with shame. She was praying for someone like me. Walking one night, I felt so alone. My heart was so heavy from the trouble I'd known. I hadn't noticed a church that was near, till the sound from within seemed to fill the air. They were praying, a sound that the world seldom hears. Praying, the child in that God loved so dear. Outside in the darkness, I could not see, but I could picture them down on their knees. Praying, praying for someone like me. I'll try and come up with something to go along with tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very special day. Jesus was his name, and love was his game, and every word he spoke was the truth. Yes, who paid the cost when he nailed him to the cross, and he paid the price for me and for you. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. From the hill to Calvary, God was giving up his only child, and it's there in the book of me how he walked that impossible line. Oh, the thunder it did roll, and the wind it did blow, as we walked through the streets in single file. And the blood began to flow from the crown of thorns he wore, as he walked that impossible line. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh, the hill to Calvary. My desire is to speak life as those around me are dying. My desire is to speak peace at a time when the tempest is tossing. I desire to shine in a world filled with darkness. So if you shine for me, Lord, together we'll light up the world. So shine on the mountain, search on the valley and hill. Shine on the water, rescue the dying, say you will. Oh, the sound of the morning, Jesus is coming again. And the light of His glorious beaming is filling the land. Oh, I feel so unworthy. I have no strength of myself, Lord. When you said to the weak, I am strong, Lord, in you are my soul. As the mountains unmove and disturb in the sweet name of Jesus, the mountains will move as I walk. So shine on the mountain, search on the valley and hill. Shine on the water, rescue the dying, pray you will. For sound of the morning, Jesus is coming again. And the light of His glorious beaming is filling the land. And the light of His glorious beaming is filling the land.
Red mic test, yes. The John Skelton Ensemble, thank you so much. Beautiful steel guitar, Hawaiian guitar stylings by Darrell Reagan. Rhythm guitar by Lori Young. Our final and closing act is what you've all been waiting for. The original Tinney Chapel troubadour, the man who came to us from Nebraska, spent time at Boys Ranch in West Texas, was a fabulous athlete in his youth, and been a pillar of the Tinney Chapel Church pretty much all of his adult life. A retiree from the United States Postal Service. At one time, he owned a sporting goods store in Winsboro. Just a lot of fascinating things about this man. But when it comes to music, we all bow to this man and say he's the best we got. I give you the original Tinney Chapel troubadour, the one and only, the master, George Jordan.
Now, you know, there's a lot of country songs and most of them sad.
Yeah.
So here's one of them. And you women can knit or whatever you want to do. Get it slow. And almost every morning I stare out the window and I struggle for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. I miss you more than I missed you before, and where I'll find comfort, God knows. Just when I needed you, yeah, you left me. Just when I needed you, and almost every morning I stare out the window and I think of where you might be. I bring you letters that I'd like to sing. If you just send one to me. Now I love you more than I loved you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. 'Cause you left me just when I needed you most. Yeah, you left me just when I needed you most. And almost every morning I stare out the window and I struggle for something to say. You left in the rain without closing the door. I didn't stand in your way. Now I miss you more than I missed you before, and now where I'll find comfort, God knows. Just when I need you most. Yeah, you left me just when I need you most.
Yeah.
Here's an Easter song I wrote, so it's that season, man. I've heard it said so many times, this man died for you and me and others. How can this be? For you see in me, know me. If I'm right, and I think I am, I can almost see those little scar hands. And what I don't quite understand is you didn't know me. I hear them say there'll come a day when he comes down to
could he die on Calvary? I can almost see those nail scarred hands, and he didn't keep healing on me. How could he know I would come along without him? There's some right and mostly wrong without him. How could he see he set me free? But after all, he didn't even know me. After all, he didn't even know me.
I was going to their Easter song, but Jill kind of changed my mind because she did one that's almost like the one I did. So I'm going to do this one.
They were lying, they were lame, but they had no shame when they came to be healed by this man with the touch of his hand. Yes, they came. Came from far, came from near, just so they could hear what he said. He was like the shining light in the dark. Jesus, Jesus, healer of the body and the mind. Jesus, Jesus, you're the one we all hope to find in our time. Oh, they were weak, oh, they were strong, but something was wrong for their king. They had hope in their eyes, and they all realized what they came. He was man sent from God, he was all John said he would be. He was like the shining light in the dark. Jesus, Jesus, healer of the body and the mind. Jesus, Jesus, you're the one we all hope to find in our time. I'm on the road to Jerusalem, looking for the man. I hear he's something to behold, I hear throughout the land. He made the lame to walk again, blind man to see. Heading for Jerusalem, so come along with me. Jesus, Jesus, healer of the body and the mind. Jesus, Jesus, you're the one we all hope to find in our time. You're the one we all hope to find in our time.
We ask that all musicians get back on stage for our concluding song that George will lead us in, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Hey, Chantel.
Out there putting a wash tub up, I seen a bird in your car, and like I
A
don't
bird
know.
in
In
my car.
Yes.
A bird in my car.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's still in there, but like I would just it's not that big of a bird. But it's like,
Is it still in there, or did you get him out?
I don't know it, but when I was out there, it was still in there, so it might have flew out. I don't know, but I was just beyond the with that.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Roger, teeth, as in doggy. There you go. You're not saying that, I can't just put you What's that? I did. You get it, Mom?
I was standing by the window on the cold cloudy day. I saw that first wheel rolling for to carry my mother away. All right now, will the circle be broken by my Lord? You are here.